For almost 20 years, they really seemed like this rare monument,
Yeah.
in Hollywood relationships.
Totally untouchable. Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban.
Yeah.
You really thought, okay, this is a partnership that's solid, built on something real.
Especially after everything they went through, the sobriety struggles.
Right. But then late September 2025 hits, and the split announcement isn't just, oh, another celebrity divorce.
No, it's way more complicated. It's about this shocking conflict baked right into their prenup.
Exactly. We've been digging through the sources, court docs, insider reports, trying to figure out why this separation, which looks almost corporate level clean on paper,
has turned into this incredibly bitter personal fight over millions tied to sobriety, the phrase being thrown around. Incandescent rage. Welcome to Starscope Report.
Join us as we uncover Hollywood drama, music industry shakeups, and yeah, the stories behind the fame.
From red carpets to, well, courtroom filings, we dive deep.
So let's get into it.
Okay, let's unpack this core conflict, because the headline here is just, wow, it really all centers on this prenuptial clause.
Yeah, the one people are calling the cocaine clause, kind of colloquially.
Right. So what did it actually say, financially speaking?
Well, according to several reports, going back to Radar Online's initial story, the 2006 prenup had this very specific sobriety section.
And the deal was?
Pretty straightforward, actually. Keith Urban gets $600,000 from Nicole Kidman.
Okay.
For every year he stays sober, stays off illegal drugs.
$600,000 a year. And they were married nearly 19 years.
Do the math. That's around $11.4 million.
And it's crucial to understand this isn't like dividing up assets they own together.
No. It's a direct payment, a reward almost for his personal commitment.
So here's the question. Nicole Kidman's incredibly wealthy, right? Reports say she made like $41 million just in 2024.
Yeah, $11.4 million isn't going to break the bank for her. Not even close.
So why? Why are sources describing her as furious, consumed with anger, even incandescent with rage over having to pay this?
That's where it gets really personal. According to the insiders, this isn't about the money hitting her wallet.
It's emotional.
It's deeply emotional. The sources suggest she saw that clause as a safety net, an incentive, sure, but mostly a support for him, for his health, his life.
A shield.
A shield, exactly. But now, with Kim reportedly being the one to initiate the split,
Him demanding the full payout feels like, well, like that shield's been turned into a weapon against her.
it feels like he's cashing in, rubbing salt in the wound. She fights to save the marriage, he leaves, and then hands her an invoice for
his sobriety, the very thing she helped him achieve.
Yeah. It's a perceived betrayal of the whole spirit of the agreement.
But wait till you hear what this clause was originally designed to fix. The backstory makes the current situation even more intense.
To really get the depth of that reported anger, you have to go back to the very beginning of the marriage.
Because it wasn't exactly smooth sailing from day one.
Far from it. They got married in June 2006. Just 4 months later, Keith relapsed.
Right, he ended up in the Betty Ford Center. He even said his addiction just blew our marriage to smithereens.
And this is where Nicole stepped in, big time.
Yeah.
She wasn't passive. She organized the intervention. She led it.
She was the driving force that got him help.
Keith himself has said it. He credits her with saving his life, saving his career. He called her actions love in action.
He even said she was his sobriety, that he was spiritually awoken with her. Heavy stuff.
And that's the collision, the tragic irony right there. You have these two debts.
Okay.
The emotional debt. Keith owes her, arguably, for saving him, his life, his marriage, everything.
And then the financial debt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The prenup clause means she now owes him $11.4 million in cash.
So by demanding that money,
He's essentially, in her eyes perhaps, presenting her with a bill for the success of her own intervention. It's
wow, it really highlights the perceived betrayal. But what's so fascinating is how this emotional mess contrasts with the legal side.
Oh, absolutely. The court documents, filed September 30th, 2025 in Nashville. They paint a picture of an incredibly organized, almost clinical split.
Legally, it looks like a corporate merger dissolving, not a marriage ending.
Totally. They had this amazing financial firewall built in from the start.
Can you break that down a bit? What does that firewall actually mean in practice?
Well, first off, they both waived any right to alimony or spousal support completely.
Meaning neither could ask the other for ongoing money after the divorce, no matter what.
Correct. Total financial independence. Looking forward, they were locking that down from day one.
Like two CEOs agreeing on an exit strategy.
Pretty much. And it gets even more detailed with the kids. There are no ongoing monthly child support payments.
That's how work.
Keith basically prepaid his entire share. Everything, private school tuition, nannies, activities, all of it covered up front in one lump sum until the kids finish high school.
Wow. So no lingering financial ties there either.
None. It's designed to just sever cleanly.
And maybe the most striking detail from those filings.
Yeah, this one's pretty wild. They apparently hold 0 jointly owned assets.
0. With all their properties.
Their entire international real estate portfolio, reportedly worth over $50 million. It's all held in separate trusts, separate LOCs, bank accounts, investments, all kept apart.
That is an extraordinary level of financial separation for a couple married nearly 2 decades.
It really is. Which brings us back to the $11.4 million. It's not about needing the money or dividing assets.
It's symbolic.
It's a highly visible, headline-grabbing symbol of this one. Deeply personal point of contention and an otherwise surgically clean split.
If you're finding these Hollywood complexities and these financial structures as fascinating as we do, make sure you're subscribed. We definitely have more stories like this coming up.
Okay, so the how of the breakup was legally neat, apart from this one massive rage-inducing exception.
Right. But what about the why? Why did it fall apart after all this time? The timeline suggests they physically separated summer 2025?
Yeah, Keith moved out to a separate place in Nashville before the official filing.
So what was shifting beneath the surface?
Well, according to various reports and Nashville whispers, there are a few contributing factors being discussed.
Okay, let's hear them.
One persistent narrative involves rumors of infidelity, centering on Keith. Specifically, suggestions he became involved with his touring guitarist, Maggie Bow, who's much younger.
There were those reports about him changing lyrics in his song The Fighter on stage.
Exactly. That fueled a lot of speculation. We have to stress, though, these are rumors circulating, not confirmed facts.
Got it. But beyond the rumor mill, what about the core relationship dynamics?
This seems to be the bigger structural piece, a kind of power imbalance reversal within the marriage.
How so?
Think about how it started. Nicole was the huge global superstar, the rescuer figure, essentially. Keith was rebuilding.
Okay.
But then, in recent years, Nicole had this massive career resurgence. You know, Big Little Lies, The Undoing. She started taking on these really intense, demanding roles again.
Her schedule must have been insane.
And the narrative from sources suggests that Keith, who she'd supported so much, became, well, less supportive as her star ascended again.
Friction started to build.
Reportedly, yes. Sources claim he wasn't happy with her demanding schedule, maybe felt sidelined.
And maybe some insecurity creeping in.
That's part of the speculation, too, that despite his own success, he got tired of being called Nicole's husband.
Ah, the classic power couple dynamic issue.
Right. And some reports even suggest he was uncomfortable with some of her roles, particularly when they involved public discussions around female sexuality, like in her film Baby Girl.
So the very success and stability she helped him find
might have ironically empowered him to leave right when her own renewed success felt like a threat to his ego, perhaps.
It's a complete flip. She rescues him, helps stabilize him, he achieves success.
And then steps away, allegedly feeling overshadowed, and immediately puts in the claim for the $11.4 million. The reward for the stability she arguably engineered.
The rescuer becomes the competition, maybe, and the financial clause becomes the final move.
It's really a story of two totally conflicting realities playing out side by side.
On one hand, you've got the divorce paperwork. It's clinical, efficient, almost corporate, separate trusts, prepaid support, designed for a clean break.
Like untangling two business entities. Minimal fuss, maximum separation.
But on the other hand, you have the human cost, the messy stuff, emotional labor, loyalty, saving someone's life, things you can't put a price tag on.
Until you apparently can. That $11.4 million sobriety clause became the flashpoint. The one mechanism forcing this final, incredibly bitter accounting between them.
After almost 20 years of managing assets like careful business partners.
But trying to live, as a committed couple, that clause became the bridge between those two worlds, and it seems to have collapsed under the strain.
It just goes to show, doesn't it? No amount of meticulous financial planning can ever fully account for the emotional debts and credits in a long relationship.
The final bill always hits differently. It's always personal in the end.
A really tough lesson wrapped up in a Hollywood headline. You've been listening to Starscope Report, where Jordan and Jamie uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture.
Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.